But Jamie, let's take this Siraj and Travis Head incident for example. Something happens. Travis Head scores 140. Siraj dismisses him at the score of 140 when Head is going back. Siraj says something. Head says something in the post-match press conference. Travis Head comes out and apparently lies that I said well bowled, while it's pretty clear in the highlights it's not well bowled. Uh, Whatever they had after the match, they hugged it out. Everything good, and they went back to their hotels. Now they are in Brisbane. But after this, all the former Australian cricketers jump on the bandwagon. Now there are statements of why Siraj needed to do that. Siraj is very aggressive, unnecessarily aggressive. Okay, you are talking about that incident. It's given. Now Michael Clark and Mark Taylor have gone on to why does Siraj does celebrate appeal? Why does he celebrate while appealing? ICC should ban him. They should fine him. It is wrong. The seniors need to sit with him. He is doing something wrong. And now they know that Mohammed Siraj is already sort of under pressure because of all these things. ICC has fined him and he's under the radar. He has, one whatever say ICC code of conduct ka wo lag jata hai. And now they're coming out and asking why is he celebrity appealing? He should be fined for this also. ICC itna ignorant kaise hai? Michael Clark saying Bretley used to get fined. So do you think former Australian cricketers also at times use their position or the platform they are in very smartly and try to put players under pressure, or all this is because they are being paid, so it's their job, so they come out and say anything they want?
No, 100%. They're trying to find a weak link and they're trying to add that pressure. I mean, let's not forget, Mark Taylor captained Ricky Ponting and Michael Clark played under Ricky Ponting. Ricky Ponting was a fantastic batsman. आज मैं उनकी बातें सुनता हूँ, and I laugh like, really? Yeah, आप कह रहे हो? I mean, Ricky Ponting, this guy, he didn't appeal. He would go up to the umpire wagging his finger. I was a lot younger. I was not a rookie journalist. I had done about 3.5 years in journalism, but I was very active on Facebook. And I wrote this long rant. When I look back now, it was very poorly constructed because it came out of a moment of anger, which I shouldn't have done. But this man, I mean, anyone who's played with him will know that ye to apne time mein to he had no regard for the umpire, right?
Yeah.
Michael Slater was going after S. Venkatragan. ये तो चुपचाप करके मैच देख रहा था कैप्टन होके, and Steve Waugh and all. So I like Michael Vaughan is like the #1 culprit because he flip-flops every day. Michael Vaughan is actually an Indian in disguise. उनकी जो हरकतें हैं, इनके जो comments हैं, एक दिन या एक दिन वहां, he's the average Indian fan. But these guys, look, don't read too much of them. Mark Taylor is still slightly suave and experienced as compared to Michael Clark. I have a lot more regard for Mark Taylor than I do for Michael Clark because we've heard like back in the day when that 2001 series started, the Great Series, there was a very, very, very big Australian player who part of that series. He was sitting next to the coach at the first press conference. ये मैंने सुना है. Tawaz bhai has worked and shared press boxes and hotel rooms with the guys who told me this. Mics वहां पे लगे हैं, ठीक है. He's not even pretending. He's saying, "Oh God, I'm back in this bloody country." So let's not read too much into these guys. They're Australians. They have a knack, and most of it is done with design to try and needle people. They're not just bati. Everything is carefully played out. So we've heard this for years. It's not going to go away. It makes for good social media thing, but this is clearly a tactic to try and back up the. इनकी टीम में pressure में है. They know कि भाई इनकी batting shaky है. India can actually come back. This green mamba that we're hearing, इतिहास गवाह है कि modern era में जब भी आपने green top दिया है, उतना ही सफल इंडिया के bowlers हो सकते हैं. So it's just a way to try and needle up the Indians, and the series is only 1-1. It's not 3-0 or 2-0. So it's good fun to watch from the outside. चलता आया है, चलने दो ये सब.
Well, चलता रहेगा. I don't think हम मना करें, हाँ करें. Australia with this goes on. How's your take on former cricketers? Greg Chappell, in fact, he has come out and apparently talked about Virat and Rohit कि वो तो senior player हैं, वो तो खेलना चाहेंगे. It's up to the selectors. They need to be bold. They need to be passive. They need to know when these two should end their career. So it is also a very indirect way of putting pressure on the senior batters that आपका time आ रहा है, आपकी नहीं चलेगी. Selectors को strong होना पड़ेगा. वो उनको, if they want, they should obviously have them out of the team. They would want to play. You can see the quote on your screen. You know yourself whether you're at your peak or not, but they love playing the game. And he's talking about how the selection policies and selection panels need to make those tough decisions. So these former cricketers coming out, and it has nothing to do with what's happening on the field. Siraj had an incident, okay, and it happened, so you are talking about it. So do you think these are also very smart ways of putting pressure on the opposition?
यार ग्रेग चैपल को मुझे लगता नहीं है कोई सीरियसली लेता होगा, स्पेशली आफ्टर दैट हिज कोचिंग स्टिंट। आई मीन उन्होंने बहुत सारे लोगों को बाहर करने की कोशिश की थी तभी, और तभी उनको बाहर हो गए थे। सो आई डोंट थिंक सो रोहित एंड विराट, आई मीन दे आर स्मार्ट पीपल यार, दे आर एक्सपीरियंस गाइस, दे वोंट टेक इट सो सीरियसली यार। समबडी लाइक with all due respect to your former legend, a great Greg Chappell is saying something like this, they won't take it seriously because they have seen the game. The modern day game, it's completely different from what they used to play earlier. Whether it's Greg Chappell, Mark Tiller, or Ricky Ponting, I mean, he's seen the phase of the IPL. So these guys, Indian
Hmm.
cricketers, go through a lot of different, situations, different criticisms. They are prone to it, they are used to it. I mean, ये तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हो रहा है यार। ऐसा क्रिटिसिज्म खतरनाक टीवी चैनल्स पे देखो यार, आप देखो हमारे हमारे सोशल मीडिया पे तो
Hmm.
जो इंडियन क्रिकेट को जो प्रेशर यहाँ से मिलता है वहां से ये तो कुछ नहीं। आई मीन दिस इज नॉट anything compared to what they are criticized or taunted, trolled from India, whether it's Rohit's fan club, whether it's Virat's fan club, they go at each other. So that is something, I hope they are not reading all these things here, because if they start, at the end of the day, they are human beings, and agar some conscious mind mein baith gaya hai, so it starts affecting you. So I don't want them to read all these things, because see, again, I mean, it strikes Siraj ko khas karke, if somebody makes him understand what Greg Chappell or Taylor or Ricky Ponting is trying to say,
Hmm.
अगर उसे सीरियसली ले लिया और वो अग्रेशन बाहर आया, एंड इफ ही डिलीवर्स, यू नेवर नो, इट माइट रिवर्स इफेक्ट, बिकॉज सिराज इज समबडी लाइक अ विराट कोहली अगेन। आई मीन सेम उनका थियोरेटिकल रहता है, बट देन एंगर इश्यूज भी बहुत है। तो अगर मतलब वो चार्ज में परफॉर्मेंस डिलीवर हो गया, यू नेवर नो, ही माइट कम आउट विद मैच विनिंग परफॉर्मेंस इन गब्बा। बट इफ ही टेक्स इट लाइक चिन, ये एकदम ही रिलैक्स करके ले लिया, या इफ ही इज नॉट, आई मीन ही शुडंट बी अवेयर, जस्ट कीप ऑन लाइक, बिकॉज परफॉर्मेंसेस तो हो रहे नहीं है। 4 विकेट जो लास्ट में भी मिली तो इतना लूजिंग कॉज में भी आई। आई बिलीव कि अगर सिराज को निडल करेंगे तो ही माइट पुश हिमसेल्फ, बिकॉज दैट इज द ओनली वे आई गेस टू extract some kind of performance, some kind of
Right.
energy, some kind of bouncers, to attack on a green track which is looking green right now. You never know what would happen day after tomorrow, suddenly or सपाट कर लेंगे। So I think some things they have to deal in a very strategical manner, otherwise uh, सोच समझ के, because social media is something which gives you access to each and everything, right? Each and everything,
Right.
because you have a phone and then you have everything to read out. So I think the cricketers are smart enough to handle all these criticisms and trollings and taunts.